Hello, my name is Dominic Schlick, and this is my presentation, Designing and Presenting in PowerPoint. If you have been in the workplace or school for any amount of time, you have most likely been subject to at least one poorly designed and presented PowerPoint. This experience may have consisted of a great number of slides, jam-packed with text, bullet points, charts, and graphs that are all screaming for your attention, and you are left struggling to absorb all of this information while at the same time you are meant to pay attention to the words being spoken by the presenter. This experience may have left you feeling bored, frustrated, and just plain confused about the information you were just presented. Unfortunately, an experience such as this one has been all too common when it comes to giving PowerPoint presentations. And although the presenter may have placed his or her focus on using these software tools to aid the audience in better understanding the material presented, oftentimes the opposite is true, and the core point of the presentation is lost in amongst a cacophony of information overload, creating what is called a high noise to signal ratio, where the very tools used to aid in presenting have washed out the core meaning of the message being conveyed by the presenter. So, how do we as presenters avoid this potential PowerPoint disaster? Firstly, keep it simple. As tempting as it might be to add all manner of text, graphs, and bullet points, if done poorly, this will only serve to detract from your core message and take the focus away from where you want your audience's attention to be drawn, on you, the presenter. The slides that you decide to use should, in essence, act as a bridge, helping the audience to draw a connection between the words being spoken and your underlying core message. Well-selected visuals allow you to guide your audience on an imaginary journey that will allow them to connect emotionally as well as cognitively to your message. For example, if you are giving a presentation on the shortcomings of social aid provided to American veterans, instead of filling the screen with charts and graphs demonstrating this shortcoming, you could instead speak on the issue while using a visual such as this one. Visuals like this aid in eliciting an emotional response that will help the audience experience the feelings behind your words. When using charts or bullet points in your presentation, you want to ensure the information you are presenting is simple, elegant, and easy to understand. In this slide, the bar chart on the left may have been chosen to provide an interesting visual dynamic to the author's presentation. However, 3D charts such as this one tend to make it difficult for the audience to clearly understand the information presented in the chart, and the bullet points on the right contain far too much text to make this a practical slide to be included in a presentation. Information this dense is better utilized in a handout provided to the audience at the conclusion of the presentation. On this slide, you can see how to effectively use both bullet points and bar charts in your presentation. On the left, you can see an example of what is called the 1-1-6 rule put into action. This rule states that you only have one idea per slide, a maximum of 6 bullet points per slide, and at most 6 words per bullet point. On the right, you see a two-dimensional bar chart that clearly demonstrates the information that is meant to be conveyed, in this case, a sales and expense report. Both of these examples allow your message to come across clearly without excessive embellishment that would detract from your core point. So, In conclusion, by keeping your slides simple, engaging your audience emotionally and cognitively, and streamlining the data points you choose to cover, you will be able to connect with your audience in a much more effective manner than you would by just bombarding them with facts and figures that bore, confuse, and at times overwhelm your listeners. These are just some examples of tools to aid you in creating effective PowerPoint presentations. I hope that you have found this information useful. Thank you so much for listening, and have a great day.